Oh, houlda, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Girl, when will you ever learn? You know we have to talk about it. This is Reality Report, where we break down the wildest moments on your favorite reality shows and spill what's really going on with the stars off screen. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on PM Unfiltered. Before we get into the topic, y'all, excuse my voice. I'm currently under the weather. This is what happens when you sleep under a fan. You get yourself a head cold. So again, please excuse my voice. And, typically I'm a New Yorker, so it is nasally, naturally, but it's extra nasally because I'm sick. All right? But anyway, let's get into this topic. Y'all already seen what's been going on social media. Love Island, y'all will not let us go, whether it's updates on the couples or scandals like this one here. So, Miss Huda, Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda was on live yesterday with her boo thing, her user, Louis, and they decided to take a call. This caller, who obviously sounded like they were a child, decided to take that opportunity to say a racial slur towards Huda's fellow islander, Alandria. Alandria, who is the most popular islander to come out of season 7. Okay, so this person decided to call her a racial slur, which a lot of people found offense to, but the main issue was Huda and Louis' reaction. Let's take a look at the video.
Hello?
Baby, you might want to turn the light. Hello?
Whoa. Hey.
Yo, I turned that off.
Hey.
Yo, what did they say? They said a bad word.
All right, y'all. So that was the video clip. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely appalling. When this went viral, Huda got the backlash of her life. And instead of her taking accountability, she took to her stories to say this. Y'all, I am going to try my best to read what she wrote the way it's supposed to be said. But the way she wrote this, Huda needs to go back to school. Okay? Stop worrying about the next black peen that you're getting, and you might want to fix your grammar. So bear with me. Y'all, first of all, clickbait using a sensitive topic is actually insane. You forgot a comma and capitalized that Y. Me and Louis did not hear what was said in that no caller ID call on live. What is that? Only the racial slur, which we hung up immediately. I don't condone anything of the sort. Whoever called purposely continuously called while we were on live. I really don't condone racism, which is why it was immediately hung up. Once again, we did not hear it very well, considering it sounded like a child. Only the last slur. I just wanted to address this because it blows out of proportion. This is to anybody. Before you post anything with words, make sure you proofread it. She could have scanned that into ChatGPT to get the correct grammar. I cannot. Then she goes and she says, also, laughter was because it was awkward. Like, who the heck says something offensive like that on a call, on his live? As you can hear me say, what did they say? And they said a bad word, because that's all I heard. What was a bad word? It was awkward and inappropriate. Whoever said it is in the wrong. So this is what she says, right? Let's go to what Louis had to say, because he wasn't any better.
This is just an opportunity for the haters of my girl to fucking run with hate. The fact people are calling her racist and then calling me racist. Sorry. Cough, cough. I don't know if you can fucking see. I'm black. Yeah? Not the darkest, but I've definitely been kicked in the face with it, right? And she's with me. So, make it make sense, bro. Bro, the world has gone to shit, bruv.
All right, so I'm going to address Louis' video clip first because at this point he's irrelevant. Hence why he's with Huda. He's trying to be relevant. Okay? Louis, you may not be a racist, but you are damn sure a colorist. You are the stereotypical mixed race person from the UK that only uses their blackness for convenience. It is known around the world, outside of black women wanting a black men are the most desirable male for non-black women. So you use that as your advantage. That's why you went after Huda, because you know that you are her type. Don't sit up there and say, how can you not be racist? You're black. Well, you can say that to all the slave masters who had sex with their black female slaves. They had sex with them, had kids with them, but they still treated them as slaves. I want to break down the video clip because what he says and what Huda says, they contradict themselves. And I don't know if anybody else picked this up. Let's take a look at the video clip.
Hello?
Baby, you might want to turn the light. Hello?
So as you guys can see, Huda asked Louis to turn the music down because they couldn't hear the person. I don't know if a lot of people noticed, but that person was on speaker. If that person wasn't on speaker, we would have been able to hear what they said. Okay? Can you imagine what we can hear through a video clip versus what they heard in person? She says that their laugh was awkward. That's not an awkward laugh. That's an old sugar laugh. It's really, really quickly. But after the person uses the N word, they take a little pause before their reaction. Why? It's because they were registering what the person said. It's definitely evident on Louis' end that he heard everything that person said. I'll give it to Huda. Huda didn't hear the Alandria part, but she definitely heard the N word part. Why? Because she reacts to it.
Whoa. Hey.
Yo, I turned that off.
Hey.
In this little part right here, you could quickly see that Louis realized he messed up by laughing. So he tries to save face by saying, hey, 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 because he knows that somebody is going to record his live and post this. So they need to save face just in case they get backlash. Huda notices that as well. So what she does is says, "Oh my God, did the person say a bad word?" You know the person said a bad word out of your reaction.
Yo, what did they say? They said a bad word.
Louis goes and looks at her. The look that he gives her is like, you know what the person said. But again, they're going to try to save face because they knew their reaction was messed up. Trust and believe me, they both use the N-word off camera. Again, let's give it to Huda. She did not hear the Alandria part, but she heard the racial slur. This is a woman who desires black men, whose history is biracial black men. Why would you react to somebody saying the N-word when the person you want as your mate is a black male? Let's take it a step further. Her daughter is black. Her daughter's father is biracial like Louis. This person is talking about your boyfriend, your daughter's father, and your daughter. On top of that, she's talking about somebody, Olandria, that you said time and time again how much you adored her. Adored her, excuse me. Everything that Huda says is fake as hell. Huda does not like black people, specifically black women. She uses and she attaches herself to black women to get black men. She did it on the show. Do I think Huda's a racist? Maybe. We all seen it on Love Island. All the microaggressions that she threw at Jeremiah. On top of that, calling him a PAB. So after this goes viral, some hours go by. Alandria comes online to address the situation. She was extremely classy, and she even threw a little bit of the ball is in your court. Let's take a look at her message. Alandria says, I do not condone racism of any kind, nor do I entertain it. That kind of language is never acceptable. Not in anger, not as a joke, not ever. Words like that carry generations of pain, and pretending otherwise only keeps the cycle going. Defending it, laughing about it, or making excuses is even worse. I will not let this moment derail my purpose of uplifting my community. I'm standing firm in who I am and using this as an opportunity to call for real accountability and awareness. This is how you write. We all have a role to, we all have a role in building a cultural. Wow, I'm talking about Huda. I can't even say the sentence. We all have a role in building a culture where speaking to one another with respect is the standard, and where speaking against hate speech is the bare minimum. While I anticipate this will result in surface level apologies, she has not apologized, Alandria, that fade in a few days, I like to transform this moment into something actionable. I encourage those who have participated in the stream and their followers to demonstrate a genuine commitment to anti-racism by donating to organizations and foundations, dedicating to educating and uplifting this community, such as the UNCF and the NAACP and or the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. I will be making a personal donation as well. In the next slides, I'll be sharing donation links to contribute in support of the HBCUs and underfunded educational resources for Black students. Very classy, little PR, but that's okay. But she kept it classy. Something Huda knows nothing about. And I like the way how she threw the donations in there, because we all know that neither Huda or Louis will be donating to this. This is showing everyone that she stands on her actions. And I'm talking about Huda, that she actually does condone racism. She's done it time and time again since leaving the villa. So I'm going to end it with this. I know a lot of people say, oh, let's cancel culture. Absolutely not. And the reason why I say that is because of situations like this. Ever since Huda has come on our screen, people have rewarded her for her ignorance and for her aggression and blatant microaggressions and acceptance of racism. It is time that this woman goes back into the shadows. She does not deserve anything as far as sponsors, collabs, anything like that. I mean, she doesn't really have anything. What has she done outside of a sports ad and collabing possibly with Huda Beauty? If you notice, nothing really goes on with her. She'll do lives with her boyfriend. That's it. Why? Because most people don't want to deal with her. She already is done with the Jewish community. The Jewish community don't want to deal with her. And word on the curb, you know, the Jewish community runs the United States. So a lot of probably jobs that she could have got, she's not going to get, just off of what her post was after reunion towards Andy Cohen and her standing with Palestine. I stand with Palestine as well. The Beauty, you might want to rethink your collab with her. You're not having a very good year either, miss. You stand with Palestine. I stand with Palestine too. Made you not have your business in Sephora. So your sales went down. You continue to collab with this woman and you will lose your Black American audience as well. Outside of America, I don't know with those Black people, you know, a lot of them, you know, they love Huda. They love making excuses for Huda. So you might not lose them. But we all know that Black Americans bring in the coin. We spend the most. So continue to collab with this young lady and you're going to lose that as well. That's not very smart. But Huda, you need to really learn from your mistakes and stop making excuses and take accountability for your actions. If you don't want to continue in that business, you might want to do that. You continue to mess with the world's favorite, Miss Alandria. Everybody loves Alandria across the racial board. You're going to continue to lose, sweetie. Congratulations. You have 5 million followers. That's not getting you absolutely nothing. Like Tyra Banks says,
learn something from this.
What are you guys' thoughts on this situation? Let me know in the comment section. If you have a difference of opinion, that's perfectly fine. We all individuals. We all don't think the same. But I need you to keep it cute in the comment section. I need you to keep it respectful. Because if you don't, I'm just going to delete it and block it. I'm just saying. Like the video if you like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. That's your dose of drama for this week's reality report. The show may end, but the drama never. Catch you next time for more chaos, more tea, and more reality.